Morning all, Dan here again with Periodic Audio. I'll be getting some questions about, hey, we make some great measurements, we do some cool things. What kind of gear do you need to be able to do that? Well, you can start pretty cheap with some, a couple $100 and kind of get on the way. But, over the last several, my career, last 20 years, I've invested in a lot of top end, really high end equipment. Stuff that you would find at, companies like Harman or Samsung or Dolby, things like that. And I want to start going through some of that equipment so you can see some of the cool things we have here and how we actually are very different than most of the other small headphone manufacturers who don't have the investment in the infrastructure like we do. And that gives us a leg up. And it's also why big companies turn to us sometimes to help them out with some big acoustics problems. So today I'm going to start walking you through, it's probably going to be 2 or 3 episodes of the electronic side of things, what we do, our capture system. Now we use Audio Precision. So I want to show you this. This is, obviously, here's a computer. It's running the Audio Precision software here. I got a second screen up above so I can look at data sheets or schematics or drawing, other measurements I've done while I'm doing this kind of stuff. What really matters though is down here, all this equipment here. Let me see if I can do this right. Okay, there we go. So this is my Audio Precision. As you can see it here, Audio Precision box here. It's a 515. I've got a digital amplifier interface. So this is a filter for taking care of switching amps, DSP amps, and I have a transducer interface. So the big point is this box. This is the big boy here. This is the one that does everything. It's got a couple analog inputs, all right? Here, analog inputs, analog outputs, so it'll generate signals here, and this is where it'll bring back in analog. It's got digital input and output as well, and that can be lots of different formats, like, I2S or, AES, EBU, lots of different types like that. That's how this thing works. It's also got optical in, optical out. So basically, this is a real high-end processor that essentially runs at, 24-bit, 192 kilohertz, ultra low noise capabilities, things like that, so that you could see really, really fine results. And you can measure just about anything you want to with a tremendous accuracy. We measure distortion down below 0.0001%. We can measure signal to noise levels above 130 dB. A lot of things like that. It'll directly drive high level outputs, like right into the headphones. So we use its output actually to drive 179 millivolts as well as 2 volts into our headphones when we test them. So we get measurement sweeps at that point directly. So there's no interface of an amplifier or anything in between. So that's kind of the gear we have. So it's an AP 515. They're not cheap. These kind of things put you in the tens of thousands of dollars range just for that box. And of course, then you got all the cables and everything you got to buy. We got a lot of high-end cables and stuff like that. I know those look pretty cheap, but these are high-end BNCs, for instance, that we buy. They're like $12 a piece, and you get a dozen of them. All the little adapters, things like that. So it quickly gets up there. But that enables us to measure a lot of stuff. So that's today's piece of equipment we're going to have. We use an AP 515. A lot of people use a 555. I don't find the need to do that because I have other ways to do the rest of the additional little extra features that 555 brings. It doesn't bring any better resolution or any better capabilities of actual accuracy of measurement. So the 515 works great for us. Next, I'll cover the digital filter that's in here for the switching mode, switching amplifiers and things like that, power supplies. It's basically just a filter that works really well. And then we'll cover the transducer interface. We'll cover some of the microphones I do as well. So I just wanted to do a quick video today if that's what we do. It's a real simple box. It takes inputs, it's got outputs, both balanced and unbalanced, and of course digital input output as you want. So it works really well. That's kind of it today. Bye all. It's Friday. I'm kind of fading for the week. We'll talk on Monday. Have a good one all. See ya. Bye.